A new report card out on child custody cases ranks Kentucky at the top. The Commonwealth got an A from the National Parents Organization. Despite that score, the NPO says there's still room for improvement. Kristen Kennedy explains what it'll take to get an A+ from the NPO.
Matt Hancock grew up in a shared parent environment.
My parents divorced when I was 3 years old, and there was no custody battle. There was none of that.
He's raising his daughter the same way. What he started to see going through the family court process was that not every child got equal time with parents.
There are a lot of children out there that are being deprived of one of their parents, and that parent has done nothing wrong. They've abided by the law. They've done nothing to harm the child, nothing to harm the other parent.
Before 2017, the norm in Kentucky courts was to name a primary parent and a non-primary.
You basically had one parent that got majority of the time, and the other non-primary custodian was basically every other weekend, maybe one night a week in between.
Hancock, the current Kentucky chair of the National Parents Organization, is working to change that norm. In 2017, a bill passed making shared parenting the default in temporary custody orders. Last year, another bill passed making shared parenting the default in permanent custody orders.
You have to be a fit and able parent. Obviously, a law-abiding citizen. There can't be a finding of domestic violence or abuse. So if there's a finding of that, shared parenting is not allowed.
The National Parents Organization gave Kentucky an A for those laws. Hancock says there's still room for improvement.
We don't have an explicit provision against the false allegation of domestic violence. So you might see sometimes a parent accuse something, file a false accusation. Right now, there's no consequence for that, no punishment, if you will, for false allegations.
That could be their next bill filed in Frankfort. Hancock says they're working closely with lawmakers. Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
The NPO would also like to see more transparency in family courts and more judges complying with the laws.